Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to The Sims 4, and welcome back to a room build. And a spooky room build it is. It's not, it's just a witch kitchen. Just super fun to say. You ever just have like a moment, you ever just have a moment where you go, no, this idea, we have to act on this idea right now, I literally was playing a different game. I literally was playing, I think it's pronounced Suika, it's the watermelon game. I was playing that, I was eating some like Planters nut mix, and I was watching the baseball game, and I was sitting there and I was like, oh no, I need to build a witch kitchen right now. And it took a minute, but holy cow, this build makes me so happy. I'm so proud of this build. I am like weirdly obsessively proud of this build. I made my little brother come in and look at my Sims build like I'm a 12-year-old. I was like, look at my witch kitchen. I want to build a whole house in this style now. I don't know if I'm capable of doing it, but y'all, we might. It might be a Halloween build kind of year. Although I might just build this in June because it's still June and I really want to work on it. So I will say, it starts out a little rocky, and here's the reason why. There are no matching upper cabinets for this, which is really annoying because the closest wood tones were the for rent ones, because these are the supernatural ones. That's not the name of the pack. I can't remember the name of the pack, but you know what I'm talking about. But in order to get the wood tones to match, I had to switch wood tones, which completely threw me off because I was planning on doing a darker kitchen, because I couldn't get gold fixtures, like gold like handles and like poles and things, drawer pulls and things, on both of them without it being a very specific wood tone. It took forever to work around. And then I was like, how do I work around this wood tone without it all being orange? It took a while, let me tell you. But I think it turned out so cool, and I'm actually really glad we went with red toned wood, because originally in my head I was doing a very dark build, and I don't think that would have been a bad thing either. I think it would have been really nice as a really dark build, but I don't think it would have suited what ended up happening in this space as well as these red tone cabinets. And I'm actually really surprised how well they work together, considering the styles are vastly different. But you can I think there's enough clutter and with panache, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. There's enough going on in this build. There's enough in your face that you don't necessarily notice that the styles are a little bit off, that they're definitely maybe not, they're not unhappy with each other. They're just not quite perfect for each other. You really notice it when that wood's up there, but we don't end up going with the wood. It took a while though to pick the backsplash, because again, it was a vibe situation, not an actual I had picked one, but I knew I wanted kind of a darker, older tile, and I just couldn't figure it out. Can I just say, I love those subway tiles, but I'm so sad that those subway tiles are kind of so big and cartoony, because they literally remind me of a Mario Kart track. They remind me of the brick on a lot of the older Mario Kart tracks, and it's just it has such potential, but they're so shiny and they're so cartoonishly big. They're really hard to use. But so I end up going with this tile, which is definitely dated and a little bit outside of my comfort zone. It was very much let's just leave these here for right now and we'll see what happens with them. But this sort of style, I can't remember if I end up slightly changing them to a warmer tone or not, because I think I vaguely decided they were a little bit gray. If I didn't, on this monitor, they read a little bit gray for the rest of the room, so that's kind of interesting. I think I end up maybe warming them up, I can't remember, but I do like the patterning, and it does make sense with the patterning on the countertops. Can I just say, though, for practicality purposes, those countertops would kill me, because do you know how hard it is to clean tile countertops? You have to get in the grout, you can't just wipe them down. They're a whole process, which you should really clean your counters anyway. But I just they're so intricate. There's gonna be food everywhere. It's just crazy to me. I started putting a chandelier, and it is off center in the room, but it is centered for what we're about to do. We're about to put a cauldron in, because this is a witch kitchen, which is actually what the name of the file is that I'm the video file that I'm about to upload with y'all. And it cracks me up because literally every time I see it, I go, witch kitchen. And my brother, who shares the next room from me, he's always like, I can hear you saying that. You eventually probably need to not be so proud of yourself for that one. And I was like, no, I will forever be proud. Here I was trying to make it look a little bit more built in. We do get there in the end. I do figure out a way to do that, but it took me a minute because I had originally thought I would just change the flooring to make it look a little more built in, but then I remembered this rug and it's perfect. It's perfect. So now we have a cauldron and there's gonna be so much mac and cheese. I'm so excited. And now I kind of want mac and cheese. Ooh, do I have the ingredients to make mac and cheese in the house? I didn't buy any more today when I was at the store. I wonder if I have a box. I'm thinking craft. I know I could do homemade. I definitely have the ingredients for homemade, but that's a little bit more of a commitment than maybe I'm gonna want to make today. I was a busy kid this morning. I had my first appointment that I needed to get done. I had the farrier out at 7 a.m. and then I had to get the dogs to the groomer at 8 a.m. and I had to pick the pictures at 8:30, and then I had to run and order the cake at 9, and then I had to go grocery shopping at 9:30. And I got all of that done, accomplished. Everyone was back home, tucked in, ready to go. Everything was ordered, done, and parsed and handled by 11 a.m., which is crazy. And now it's 11:30, and I'm talking to y'all, which is really good because I want to get a bunch of this done before it gets too late in the afternoon. I was going to try to work outside today, but I think I've kind of decided to parse it because by the time I got home, it was already 87 degrees. It's supposed to be almost 100 today, if not a little over 100. And, like, look, that ain't bad. But when you're directly out in the sunshine working, it's a little rough. So I was like, maybe I don't work outside today because maybe I had too many chores to do this morning. But I wanted to get home before it got too hot too because I had ice cream in the trunk. And, you know, ice cream doesn't like the heat. And I want to get this recorded before it gets too hot because my room has neither AC nor heating. And my window is single paned. So my office/bedroom is about to get miserably hot until this evening. And I didn't want to wait till 10 and 11 o'clock at night to record. So we speed running voiceovers today. We're speed running voiceovers, and I still gotta record in Minecraft. That'll be really fun. All good. But if I sound a little rushed today, that's why is I'm pushing my luck a little bit. Pushing my luck just a little bit, because my office does get really, really hot. And if you're wondering, why did I choose to have a bedroom or in an office in the one room in the house that has no central air of any description, I didn't choose it. I mean, I did. I chose the room, but I didn't know it didn't have AC and stuff. And it's kind of the only bedroom, so in this part of the house, which I needed it to be quiet. So here I'm decorating the absolute kerfluffin out of all this. This does all work, for the record. I did play test this build, and so when it goes up on the gallery, it will be a functional kitchen. She can cook, and not just in the cauldron. She can use the stove, she can use the fridge, she can use the sink. Not the sink as it is right now, but the sink when I'm finished with it. Your sim can cut things and can things and do anything. It has a working cabinet. And they can also make mac and cheese in the cauldron, or, obviously potions and other things and practice magic and stuff. But so it is a completely functional kitchen, but it is cluttered to the nth degree, and I love it. I think it's so cool. I'm pretty sure that's an urn. We're not going to talk about it. It's just a pretty, potion-y bottle, and there's some candles around, and I put, the creepy hand. It's just, I think this would be a really cool kitchen for, you know what would be really cool? It'd be really fun to maybe do, a witch, a spellcaster, living in a haunted house while making, crystal craft stuff. That would be so cool. I wonder if the haunted house would get annoying in that situation. So I did a thing recently. I found just, a little forum post that was hear me out, Barbie but in a haunted mansion. And so I was, playing around with that for a while. That was really fun. But I had full autonomy on. I shouldn't say but. And I had full autonomy on. And it was kind of cracking me up because I have a tendency to just leave my game running when I walk out of the room from it. Because usually I'm just walking out of the room to get a snack or whatever when I'm playing. Because usually Sundays I just kind of chill and play games. I try really hard not to record or do work stuff on Sundays if I can help it. Sundays are usually my day off. And I walked out of the room to go get a snack 2 or 3 times. And every single time I walked out of the room, she adopted another dog while I was gone. I don't know. Just we had so many strays on that lot, and every time I came back, it was hey, there's a new member of your family. What? So that's what I get for having all kinds of autonomy nonsense on, but it was really fun. So maybe it's time to do Barbie, spellcaster, crystal creation person in a haunted house. Maybe that's too much. Maybe it's fine. Here I was trying to put this plant in the cauldron to make the cauldron look a little bit less Halloween decoration-y and a little bit more serious. I was well, if I had a little cauldron that I wasn't using all the time, I would probably put nonsense in it and then just clean it out when you use it. So I wanted it to look kind of like she had like ingredients stuffed in it for right now, just like a little mini cauldron, because you know, sometimes you don't need a huge cauldron. Sometimes you just want to practice something on a little cauldron. That's the story I'm telling anyway. And then I started putting lots of plants around because I thought it would be really fun to have lots and lots and lots of plants. Took a while to get it all sized down and put where I want it, but I think it ended up looking really, really cool. And of course my beloved pothos is in here, and I have that other little hanging plant, which I'm not really sure what it is. It honestly almost has like holly leaves, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. And then just the little bits and bobs around, the little things that make it look like a working kitchen, you know. Here I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do something different with these. I ended up changing the colors just a little bit, and I was trying to figure out if I wanted like to hang more things here, but it's kind of a weird corner. So I think I end up leaving it alone. It's been like 3 or 4 days since I built this, and now I can't remember, to be honest with you. I'm obviously looking for something in this footage, so we'll see. Oh, that's right, I do put the silverware up there. I thought it was really cute. I know it's Sulani, but like in the darker colors, it doesn't like super scream Sulani. It just sort of screams super big utensil, which makes sense. So here's the final build. I think it's so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling at your ears, but I think I love this one. This makes me want to build a whole little witch home, or warlock home. We don't judge here. It's so pretty. I'm so happy with it. I'm tooting my own horn here. I'm really happy with this build. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. I hope you're having a great day and you're feeling loved. And if you're not feeling loved, please know that I love you. I'm glad you exist. I'm glad you're here hanging out. You make the world a better place just by being you. And I will talk to you next time. Let's see, probably in a Minecraft build and then another speed build. I'll catch you around. Love you. Bye. Mwah.